Hello, YouTube fans. This is TheSkullKlown. I want to talk about what happened in the Gulf of Mexico. Obviously, this is in a thyself view, in a high intelligence view. So, and I know these quote unquote evil beings, these wicked beings, these all unorganic beings are watching, and they know what's up. They will know what's going on. Orion TV mentioned it. I'll put the video in the description box that where he put. But it's funny because you see what's happening right now, right? You see what's happening right now? There's literally portals coming out and they literally are shooting at it. They're shooting at it. That's why you see it's all flaming and everything like that. And it's on fire and shit like that. Portals are coming out of places like volcanoes, the oceans, and shit. Why? Why? It's because the planet and ourselves, in a way, are activating spiritual creatures that belong in this planet. I'm talking about dragons. I'm talking about giants. All right? We're waking them up right now. Right? We're waking them up. We're waking creatures up from the astral realm that are coming in the physical realm. Once they wake up in the astral realm, they're hearing the physical, basically. Yes. They're already woken up in the astral realm. You know? So in the Gulf of Mexico, things were going to come out of there. A whole bunch of shit was coming out of there. Was going to come out of there. But they got to it. And they want to say it's a pipeline and shit. But again, what Orion TV pointed out. What Orion said. And I'm just like, that is funny. They would say that. Because why would they? They don't want to tell you the truth. It's the opposite. Whatever they say is the opposite. You know, if they say that. Obviously, this is it. Like, I want you guys to know. Oh, I forgot I was meditating. I want you guys to know that this is serious. Basically, this is really serious. There's no game. All right. In a way, they were trying to like blow that shit up without no one. Eventually, people are going to notice. There's already stuff happening that people are noticing, anyways. Right? And I want to say this right now too. When people are seeing like mythical creatures around here too. All right. When people see mythical creatures, and then all of a sudden you see like a portal coming out of the Gulf of Mexico, then they set that shit on fire because creatures were about to come up it. But then there's other shit that's happening like volcanoes and shit because there's other creatures that are waking up. What does that tell you? If all of that tells you anything, that should tell you this shit is done. This shit is done. This shit is done this year. It's done this year. Oh yeah, whatever. I don't know why you said whatever, because around 2020, guys, they fucking were leaving out of here. Why do you think they're sending rocket ships? Why do you think that whole SpaceX is about? Come on, man. Don't be dumb. You gotta think of what they're doing. You gotta see the pattern. If you don't see the pattern, I don't know what to tell you. I do not know what to tell you. You're not paying attention. You just want to look at people that are looking at it and be like, oh, fuck you. You don't know what you're talking about. But yeah, are you seeing it? What? What are you talking about? Okay, then that's why I thought you're not looking at it. Look at it, then come back to me and see if I'm actually pointing out of what you're seeing or not. And if you still see it and you don't, say if you did watch it and you still don't see what I see, then why are you here? This video is not for you. It sounds rude, but if you don't get it, it's just not for you. The information is not for you. Then go somewhere else and watch something. Oh, how dare you insult my intelligence? But if you don't get it, then you will never get it. What do you want me to tell you? Some people just get things. All right? Some people don't. But the reason I mentioned this whole Gulf of Mexico thing is because I want to look at these evil beings real quick. These wicked beings. Yo, wicked beings. I hope you know I'm next coming out of that portal. I hope you know that. I'm coming out of that portal looking like this. I hope you know that. I hope you know that. Because I gave myself, literally, I told the planet, like, if you need anything, I even told the universe, if you need anything, use me. Just use me. Use me. And the universe was like, all right, okay. Literally, because I'm like, look, you know what time we're living in, and I can look like this? You can use me. Use me the way you want to, Mother Nature. Use me to protect you, basically. I am your shield, baby, and your sword. Use me. You know? And she did. Right now, like earlier, she just told me that I'm going to need you soon. So I'm just like, all right, okay. I'm doing shit in the astral realm more than anything, obviously. You know, because everyone has their own thing of what they're doing here. People want to talk, you know, knowledge and everything like that, be a teacher and everything like that, which is cool. There's, you know, you do what you want to do. You do what you have to do. You do what you are called to do, you know? And apparently, I've been noticing that I am called to fight in the astral realm. Go to the astral realm, fight these beings. It is the most, like, sometimes nature doesn't tell me, I just go. I am nature. So there, I still go. I still listen to nature. You know? And these evil beings don't want that coming out of Portal and having millions upon millions of people looking at that and stopping through it like fucking Godzilla. What do you think they make these movies for? If you watch Godzilla vs. Kong and you see how Godzilla was in that movie, that's exactly me. That's exactly me. When I saw that movie, I'm just like, they literally like, come on, man. You can't make this shit up. I'm looking at it like, damn, man. You're just copying me at this point. And it's funny, too, because they never did that until I started being more in tune with myself and started doing shit as that in the Astrodome. And then they did this movie and then they showed it, hey, we know you're watching, motherfucker. This is what you do. And I'm like, yeah, that's what I do. I never seen Godzilla do that, at least with this franchise. He's done it in other franchises, but not the way that you see him in this movie. Because that is the way he's acting in that movie is the way I act. Motherfucker, I don't care. I destroy you. I destroy you, and I will smile. Okay? All right? What do you think people got? What do you think some people got creeped out over like Godzilla smiling? Motherfucker, because they know that he's a god. That people know, people in the subconscious know that it's real. Okay? And some of your so-called Hispanics can turn into this. That's one of the reasons why they were afraid of us. Remember, back then we were giants, huge. So imagine you had giant cosmic serpents and giant fucking great cosmic serpents. And all of them don't look like that. I just look like that. It's just the skull head and everything like that because I look like that. You know, obviously. You know? That's why I really look like. I remember when I could look whatever I want, obviously, but I remember looking at my higher self and it was literally a jester. And when you really look at DMT and everything like that, there's always things about jesters and DMTs. Why? And then when you look deeper with Hyanko, Sacred Clown, look deeper into it, you especially the knowledge and what did the paint meant, what did the paint mean? I've discussed this a long time ago before, and I even made a video about it, discussing it. But I like to point it out because it just shows that SkullKlown is a real thing. Because when I found out about the pain of Hyanko, basically, I'm still going to talk about the Gulf of Mexico and all that. I'm sorry, guys. I just want to mention this real quick. The black is basically the paint of the clown, and the white is basically the skull. That's one of the reasons why you have that white on the clown. It's actually a skull. I'm like laughing and I'm like, you mean to tell me what? 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 That is how I know. They didn't want me to wake up. They didn't want me to figure out who the fuck I am in this realm. I am the last person they wanted to come here, and I came here. That's why when you see those portals, not just in the Gulf of Mexico, oh, you see, I went back to it. See, not just in the Gulf of Mexico, but in other places, there's gonna be other monsters. You quote unquote, you call them monsters, but they're not. They're part of nature, baby. They're part of nature. The reason you call them monsters is because they're scary to you. All right. When you guys first came down here, you guys were literally, like it says, I think in the Bible, probably, you guys were literally like not cockroaches, but grasshoppers. You were that small compared to us. Imagine that. Imagine that. You guys were grasshoppers compared to us. We were huge. Huge. People that, brothers and sisters that don't know. And the people that don't know that watch my videos. That's how big we were, guys. You guys were literally cockroaches in a way. Well, sorry, not cockroaches, but like, you guys were literally small. Little tiny. Tiny. So, look at these Godzilla movies. These are monster movies. They call them titans and giant monsters. Why? They're us. And we turn into different things. They were scared of that shit, man. And even when they downgraded us and became what you see right now, we still turn into dragons, and they were still fucking scared. They were like, they were still shocked. They were like, we still downgraded these motherfuckers. And they still fucking powerful. What the fuck? Everything they try to do to us has failed. They can't stop us. We're literally like Michael Myers, Jason Voorhees. Yeah. We literally all those characters. I can't say Freddy Krueger because Freddy Krueger's a child killer. Okay? We're not child killers. You know? Look at Jason Voorhees. He got drowned as a kid. And Jason is literally, he's unstoppable. Jason was bullied and all that shit. You know, in some interpretations, his father beat him and shit. You know? His mom always was there. You know? The queen. You know? If you ever look at it in a, high mind, basically, and you see if you see Jason Voorhees as a brother, to be honest, yes, that's what they do in horror movies. Sometimes they use these orcs as wannabe brothers. That's what they do with your superhero movies. You're talking about Superman. You think the real life Superman would be white? No offense, but your limit is literally Bruce Lee. And to be honest, if I was an orc and I found that out, I'd be like, I could be like Bruce Lee, not Superman, but Bruce Lee. I can't be Superman, but Bruce Lee. Okay, I'll still be fine with that. To be honest, you know, I've said this before and I'll say it again. If it was my job, if it was me, I would literally separate the bad orcs from the good orcs. But I'm not the universe. I'm not the cosmic mother. Most people be like, see, that's too good of your heart. I'm like, yeah, I know. Some people might not see it that way, and that's fine. That's fine. I'm not gonna stop you. Why would I? I won't stop anyone that would do anything. Oh, then you're backing away from us. I'm like, no, it's just what it is. Don't expect me to stop something that's supposed to be. What do you want me to do? You want me to stop something that's naturally supposed to be. The universe will just smack me in the face and be like, no, you just get a smack in the face. Well, these people get more than what they're getting, but you're going to watch and not do anything about it, basically. Another form of torture, basically. Torture? I don't know. Hey, we could be fucked up sometimes, guys. But it's not like we done terrible things, no. I mean, Our other family members have, actually. We have other family members that became what you see of the 13 families, but the 13 families are nothing but these royal families, but it's only 12 families, not 13. 13 only goes for that one person that's on top. Kind of like in Kingdom Hearts. This is what they told you in the Kingdom Hearts video game. You see, this is why you need to look at video games, movies, and books in a different light. These movies and video games tell you what the fuck's going on around here. And a lot of people don't fucking goddamn get it around here. Some people think that all of this is people think comic books and video games are for kids and shit like that. And I'm just like, that's fine, you can have that opinion, but there's a reason why it's out here, and there's a reason why a lot of people like it. People like this shit more than what we see right now. That says something. It's because we used to live in that type of world. Alright? Some of the stuff I got, some of the stuff that, you know, some of the stuff just, when you research and everything like that, it just all makes sense to what your history has happened, basically. So before I end this video, I do want to say, when it comes to what's happening all around the world, like just what happened in the Gulf of Mexico, you're going to see a whole bunch of them. You're going to see a whole bunch of them. Don't be surprised. For kind of loud, shout out to Isis Wisdom. She pointed out, don't be surprised. I think she said, quote me if I'm wrong. But she said that there will be sea. Don't be surprised if you see sea monsters coming out. She's right. Don't be surprised. We're in that time, guys. We're in that time. Don't be surprised. Some people want to laugh at it, but once you see something, what are you going to be like? What are you going to be? Oh, let's kill it, America! Yeah, yeah. Go ahead, because we're moving to a time that if you even try to shoot those creatures, it won't even affect them. It will bounce off of them, because we're moving to that time. It's already here, and they already have that ability. We have that ability. You know, you just got to think it. You know, and if you don't have that imagination, then you just don't have that imagination, man. And that means you're a bot. I don't know what to tell you. People should have imagination at least, just a little bit. You drawing is imagination. All right. So that's really it. I just want to tell these evil beings that watch out, because you are going to see this. All right. And the thing is too, I've constantly been in the astral realm looking like that. And the thing is, I've been doing things that they have looked at that they're like, we can't, we I've seen them literally begging me and kneeling down saying, do not do that. And I did it. All I have to say is there's a reason why I drew that. There's a reason why I drew that. It's funny, I drew it, but it didn't happen until recently. Basically, I was in the astral realm, and I showed my friend. I was like, I had like this. I'm like, ding, and a light bulb blew out. Because I was like, hey, look, let me show you my ability. And I showed you, and I showed you, and then I went like this, light bulb that you see like in Dragon Ball Z when they turn into that Great Ape. Basically, you know how Vegeta does, makes a light to put like a fake moon, basically. But all of that is plasma, so it's a sun. They want to say it's a moon, but how much how much you want to bet it's a sun? But nothing again, nothing against the moon, because we're all sun and moon children at the end of the day. So we made everything that's out here, including the moon. So, so I'm doing this. I put it up, obviously, and then my friend was like, "Oh, is that it or something?" And then he looks back at me. My eyes are literally turning red. And I'm going big into the Great Cosmic Serpent. My tongue fucking like into the SkullKlown shit. And then the Great Cosmic Serpent comes out. And he's like, "What the fuck?" And he's seeing me stand up and shit. And he's literally tiny, tiny, tiny. And then I'm looking at the tower that you see in that picture. And he's like, "No, no, no." And I went like, blew it up. Then put him where his house is at, and I left. That's what I did in the astral realm. And these evil beings saw that, and they were like, they were so fucking scared. They couldn't believe it. They literally saw true fear. Right? Do you want to feel other people? Someone just gave them fear.